welcome to Music Time with Mrs. Hurst. And today we're going to talk about another thing that I want for you to have in your music bags, boys and girls, and that is something to move with. Now, what I mean by that is there will be times when we will listen to music and we'll do creative movement to the music. I dug out a couple of scarves that I had. This one's kind of more like a ribbon, and this one's a nice colorful scarf. And I would like for you to have something like one of these in your bag. Now, if you can't find a scarf at home that maybe your mom doesn't mind you taking to use for music class, you can also use a ribbon. And I have some pretty ribbon that I like a lot, and I'm going to use this to make myself a movement ribbon. And you probably can just cut it off. You want to make sure that it's long enough when you stand like this that it probably reaches down to the floor. You don't want to make it too short because you want to be able to move around to the music with your ribbon. Now you can just make it like this, and that's fine. If you want to be real fancy, you can get a popsicle stick, and you could take some tape and tape it to the popsicle stick, or you could hot glue it to the popsicle stick with your parents' help, of course, because hot glue is kind of dangerous. But if you want to just have it like this would be fine. You can just roll it up and put it in your bag, and then you'll have it anytime that we move to music. Also, another activity that I like to do when we listen to classic pieces of music is to ask my students to draw whatever the music makes them think of and kind of combine an art and a music activity. And I think it's a real good way to express what the music sounds like to you. Now, what I mean by that is you listen to the music and you allow the music to create a picture in your head, and then you draw it. Not necessarily listening for certain instruments and drawing the instruments, although that would be a fun thing to do. More, I want you to catch the mood of the music. And the things that control the mood of the music are the loudness or quietness, which is the dynamic, the speed of the music, which is called tempo. These aspects and the articulations in the music. That's a big word, boys and girls. I don't care if you know that word. It just means, is the music separated, short and separated sounds, or is it long and legato sounds? And if you'll listen for those things, sometimes you can allow the music to come into your mind, and you can create a picture of what it sounds like to you. So the first activity that we might do would be to use our ribbons or our scarves to move to the music. And if that's what you want to do with this video today, that is perfectly okay. In fact, what I'd really like for you to do is to listen to this piece of music more than once. The first time, just simply letting your body move with the music, and the second time, making a picture of what it makes you think of. Now, I love to move, but I don't have a whole lot of space here to move in front of my camera, since I don't really have a professional crew working with me to follow me around the room while I'm moving. So I'm not going to do movement. Instead, I'm going to do a picture and give you an example of what, this music makes me think of. Now, I don't want you to copy my picture. The music might make you think of something totally different. So I may even do an abstract picture, that's something with just colors and swirls and things of what the music makes me think of. So I'm going to try my best, parents, to put a link in this video that will be the actual YouTube link that you could go to just listen to strictly this piece of music. But if not, then you can watch this video. It'll be kind of secondhand listening to the music, but you can still hear the music through this. I believe you'll be able to hear it. So I'm going to start by starting up our music. And this piece is, I'm not going to tell you the name of it because I think that will influence you when you're doing your picture to make the picture of that, because this music does have a theme. The title tells you a theme that it has. But I'll just suffice it to say that this is dance music, and the composer's name is K-2. And that's the piece. It's very short. It's 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So if you want to, you can repeat this video several times if you need to do your picture, because I just got to start on my picture and the music is done. So what that music made me think of is rolling waves and someone riding on a surfboard on the rolling waves. That's what it made me think of. I'm not a great artist, but I think you can see my little surfer there, and these are my waves. If I spent more time on it, of course, it would have more detail on it, and that's what I want you to do. And I'd like for you to put your name on it, because later I'd like for you to bring it to music class so I can see what the music made you think of. And in your bag, I want you to keep a folder with some paper in it, maybe some paper with lines and without lines like this paper, so that you can have that with you in music class. And the less I have to touch your papers and things, the less germs that we share. So if you have your own paper and the next person has their own paper and each person has their own paper, then we won't have to worry about sharing those germs. Also, you need to have your you don't have to have as big and elaborate one as I have here, but I'd like for you to have some kind of container with crayons and pencils and pens, whatever you like to draw with and color with. So enjoy the music of Khachaturian, and we'll talk about later. And if you go to the YouTube site, you will get to see what the title of the piece is. But I hope it won't influence you. I hope you will do like I did and just listen to the music and let the music create a picture in your head. Enjoy doing art and music activity together.